Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Mile High Huddle. I am your host, Kim Becker, and joining me, as always, is publisher Chad Jensen. And Chad, there's some rumors going around that the Denver Broncos might be in talks with Ryan Fitzpatrick. So what is the story here? What do you know?
Yeah, it came from Woody Page, who's covered the Denver Broncos for a long, long time, a bona fide insider, many decades covering the Broncos. He said that the Broncos have, quote, talked to Fitzpatrick, which is a little bit of a sticky subject because if true, George Paton would technically be in violation of the NFL's tampering rules. Now, that's just an insider report. It's an insider rumor, I think is a better way to view it. But if there is some kind of back channel communication that has taken place sometime between when the season ended and today, it tells you that the Broncos are probably a lot higher on Drew Lock, okay, than people think. Everyone thinks the Broncos are just ready to turn the page on Drew because they've been tied to all the veteran quarterback trade scenarios this offseason. But I mean, those are guys that ostensibly on the surface represent a day one upgrade over Drew. On the free agent market, if the Dallas Cowboys take care of business and get Dak Prescott re-signed, there's no one else out there that you could say day one is a true upgrade over Drew. And so the Broncos, I think they're still rolling into 2021 under the assumption that Drew's going to get one more swing at the plate, one more year as the guy, and bringing in a Ryan Fitzpatrick, who I think would be ideal for the role to be that the mentor, but also create a little competition anxiety and push Drew just enough to try and bring the best out of him. So it wouldn't surprise me to see the Broncos end up signing Ryan Fitzpatrick, but this was a conversation that John Elway had with Fitzpatrick about 5 years ago. It didn't happen. Broncos didn't sign him because he wanted too much money than Elway was willing to pay at the time. But Elway's no longer making those decisions, and we're in 2021.
We sure are, but hey, it might be good for Drew Lock to have a little bit of Fitz magic coming in here. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, fans got to see it, whatever that was. I want to say week 11 this past season when the Dolphins came to town and they had decided, the coaching staff there in Miami, to play Tua about 2 weeks prior, if I'm not mistaken, despite Fitzpatrick leading them to a 6-3 start, I want to say. I mean, he had him in the driver's seat in the AFC East. They ended up going with Tua. The Broncos lay it to him. I mean, Tua just got dealt with by the Denver Broncos. And then, of course, he gets injured. And Ryan Fitzpatrick comes in at the 11th hour in that game to try and make some magic, hence the name, of course, Fitz Magic. Falls a little bit short, but you saw that spark, that playmaking ability that he has. And he's just been around for so long. The dude just knows a lot about the game, and he could really help a Drew Lock. He really could.
I totally agree. I really like Fitzpatrick, and I keep thinking of that play at the end of the Raiders game when the Dolphins played the Raiders, and he just hucked that ball up in the air in the middle of a face mask penalty and literally scored. So, I mean, so cool to see Fitz Magic. That's where he gets the name. But Chad, as always, thanks so much for your insight.
Thanks, Kim.